Alright, so we've got some news on the Elder Scrolls 6, which is highly anticipated. By the time it releases, it will be about 20 years in the making, probably, by the time it releases. It's a big game. I mean, yeah, it is. It's a big game. It's a very big game. Highly anticipated. I mean, Skyrim is considered one of the greatest games of all time. I love Skyrim. Skyrim's a beautiful game. You could argue that The Elder Scrolls 6 is on the same level as GTA 5. You could make that argument, that they're on the same level of anticipation and hype. You could argue that. You definitely could. I wouldn't throw that out completely. So yeah, we've got some Elder Scrolls 6 news, a new report, and apparently it's somewhat concerning news. So if you're a fucking Elder Scrolls mega fan, you might not be too happy about this. So the Elder Scrolls fans have been waiting since the release of Skyrim in 2011 for the Elder Scrolls 6. That's 15 years and counting. And every year the wait grows longer. The expectations grow larger. That said, should the expectations be high? Because Bethesda Game Studios hasn't put out a generational game since 2011, aka Skyrim. In 2015, it put out Fallout 4, a good game, maybe even a great game, but not a generation-defining game. Then in 2018, it put out Fallout 76, which over time grew into a compelling experience, but was a failure at launch. Most recently, in 2023, it released Starfield, which is a good game, but again, not a great game, let alone an amazing game. Quite simply, it's debatable that the Bethesda Game Studios that once dominated the RPG genre even exists anymore, which a new report gets at. A mate of mine, one of my best mates, who I've known for well over 10 years, absolutely despises Fallout 76. It's really funny. His just hatred for Fallout 76 is extremely humorous. He's a big Fallout fan, but he, for some reason, fucking hates Fallout 76. I never played it. I did enjoy Fallout 4 though. And Starfield, I never played Starfield. There was a lot of hype around Starfield. I never sat down to play it. Back in 2023, the Elder Scrolls lead designer, Kirk Coleman, left Bethesda Game Studios after more than 2 decades with the company. Coleman is also often referred to as the lore master of the series. In other words, a very important part of Bethesda Game Studios, which no doubt suffered from the departure. Yeah, they lost a ton of fucking money because of Fallout 76. I can't remember what the number is. It was a crazy number. The amount of money they lost on Fallout 76 was mental. I think it was like around the ballpark of 40 million. I mean, that might be totally wrong, but it was something insane. It was in the tens of millions that they lost from Fallout 76. Problems after Skyrim. So, according to Coleman, The problems began not long after Skyrim, which makes sense because after Skyrim we never saw the same Bethesda game studios again. After Fallout 4, the studio was supposed to transition to the Elder Scrolls 6. This never happened. I never knew that. That's interesting. The team then made Fallout 76 and then made Starfield. It's not exactly clear if those calls were made by Todd Howard, but whoever called these shots missed 2 in a row. Whatever the case, Coleman says the whole vibe of the studio changed after the massive success of Skyrim. That's the thing, it's like Skyrim, fucking generational game, all-time classic. Could argue it's one of the greatest games of all time. Easily top 10, maybe top 5. Depends who you talk to. But then Fallout 76 as a game, pretty average, and it lost tons of money. And then Starfield, I never really got the hype around Starfield, and people are with me on that. I don't know what it did financially speaking, but again, not generational, not a classic. You know, it's Starfield's not a game people are still talking about, are they? I mean, I might be wrong, but I don't remember hearing anything about Starfield since it came out. I don't think I've heard anything from anyone about Starfield since it came out, which was, what, 2-3 years ago now? Nobody talks about Starfield, that's the thing. And nobody talks about Fallout 76. And if they do, they're talking about it in a negative way. So that's the thing. Bethesda definitely lost their edge. They lost their touch. They lost that magic after Skyrim. I think they became a victim of their own success. I think there's a chance that's what's happened. For what it's worth, I have heard rumblings over the years that more or less echo this general sentiment, which is that Bethesda Game Studios has been slowly deteriorating due to a string of poor decisions from leadership, the exodus of key talent and poor project management. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. That's always how it starts. It always starts from up top, always starts with the leadership, and then it's just a domino effect from there. I mean, you can say the exact same thing about Lucasfilm. It's literally the same thing about Lucasfilm. You know, George Lucas put Kathleen Kennedy in charge, but she wasn't fully qualified for the job. She wasn't that competent, and it was just destruction from there. So, where does this leave Bethesda Game Studios and the Elder Scrolls 6? Well, if I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan, Coleman's words would give me pause. Just the fact that he left the studio is arguably a major red flag. Did this end the chances that the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out and delivers an experience equal to what Skyrim was in 2011, what Oblivion was in 2006, or what Morrowind was in 2002, are looking slim. What's more likely is that it will be equal to what Starfield was in 2023. That's the studio making the Elder Scrolls 6. The studio that made those other games doesn't exist anymore. All of that said, and as always, feel free to leave a comment or two. And that's just a bit of engagement from the author here. I am over at Comic Book. That's where I'm getting this from, Comic Book, and Mr. Tyler Fisher specifically. So, yeah, they drop quite a lot of interesting, insightful articles. I've used these guys quite a bit. So yeah, go check them out. If you like. So yeah, it's looking It's looking messy and it's looking uncertain. I mean, the thing with GTA 6 is that it's been a lot of uncertainty since day one, since the announcement. It's like when was GTA 6 officially announced, and how many delays have we had since the official announcement? I mean, this year alone, we've had, I think, two pushbacks this year. I think it was supposed to be, last year now. It was supposed to be May or September 2025, and then it got pushed back to November, and then it's been pushed back again. And what is now the official release date for GTA 6 now? November 2026. That is crazy, man. They've pushed it back to November 2026. It was supposed to be last year, but they pushed it back and they pushed it back and they pushed it back again, and now we're looking at a November 2026 release date for GTA 6, and it's basically the same situation with The Elder Scrolls 6 as well. I mean, we got that like teaser / announcement trailer for The Elder Scrolls 6 fucking years ago. I mean, mind you, you've probably forgotten that we even got that. It was like a couple drone shots of like some landscapes and some mountain ranges, and then it was just The Elder Scrolls 6 coming up. The Elder Scrolls 6, title card coming up. That's what it was. I mean, how long did that take? How long did that trailer take to cook up? Wouldn't have been that hard. But we got that. I think that was, when was that? Was that 2020? 2020, 2021, maybe 2022. But point is, we've had a teaser for this game for 3, 4, 5 years now, and we're nowhere near to it coming out. It's crazy. I mean, that was a premature trailer that they dropped. I mean, I read a comment earlier today. I can't remember where I read it, but the comment was, this guy said, if the game is nowhere near ready, if the game is 2 years or more away from coming out, do not show us a trailer. Do not give us a teaser. If it's 2 years or more until the game comes out, don't bother with trailers or teasers yet. It's pointless. And that's true. That's very true. It's like giving us an Elder Scrolls 6 teaser, which was just like drone shots of landscapes and mountain ranges in like 2021, when it's like not going to come out until like 2028 or whatever, is mental. I mean, what's the official release date? I don't know. I think it's 2028. Maybe it's 2027. I don't know. I don't think there is an official release date. I think it's all just speculation. I doubt Bethesda even know. They don't seem to know. So it's crazy. It's proper crazy. But I mean, there's a lot of hype for this game. There's a lot of anticipation for this game. I would argue it is on the same level as GTA 6. And there is a lot of... expectations are high. But can they deliver? It's the ultimate question, isn't it? It's the ultimate question. Can they deliver? By the time this game comes out, it's going to be 20 years since Skyrim. That's crazy. That's crazy to think about. Even longer than the gap between GTA 5 and GTA 6. So there's a lot on the line. But again, maybe there isn't. Maybe people have accepted and it's not going to do what they want it to do. But maybe not. Maybe they can deliver. I mean, either way, it's going to make a shit ton of money, just like GTA 6, simply based on the hype and how, like, mainstream it all is. We're going to have, with GTA 6 and with this game, and with games that are remotely on this level, there's going to be loads of bots and NPCs who go and buy the games because they don't want to miss out, because they don't want to be, you know, they don't want to be an outsider, but they're just absolute fucking NPCs. It's like Avatar. It's like most of the people, it's like everyone went to see Avatar, and it's just like, it's because it's a fear of missing out, you know, and it's the biggest movie of all time. So it's just absolute NPC behaviour is what it is. So, yeah, I mean, I doubt financially Bethesda are going to lose out. I imagine either way they're going to make a shit ton of money, because this is a huge game. So either way they're going to make a shit ton of money. I would be surprised if they end up losing money on the Elder Scrolls 6, because, you know, it doesn't have to be good to make a shit ton of money. Doesn't need to be good to make a shit ton of money. That's how it works with movies, that's how it works with games, that's how it works with probably most things in the entertainment industry. It doesn't need to be good to make a shit ton of money, and I'd be very surprised if the Elder Scrolls 6 didn't make a shit ton of money. The same with GTA 6, even if they're not on the level that they need to be content-wise and quality-wise. I'd be very surprised if this game doesn't make a shit ton of money. So either way, Bethesda aren't going to lose. They're going to make their bread from this game either way. So yeah, that is all I wanted to cover for today. So yeah, see you later.